Hey everyone, Josh here at the Alan Horowitz Six-Man Center, powered and operated by Philly Youth Basketball, joined by Nahijee Cross, who's the Marketing and Communications Manager. Nahijee, thank you so much for taking time
No problem,
to give me
Josh.
a tour. Awesome facility. So how do you and PYB define success here on and off the basketball court?
So we define success through kids keep coming back, right? We want to have those kids be in our programs from kindergarten all the way up to high school and continue to be with us. And honestly, we want them to be more off the court than off the court, right? That's why we have those specific programs that don't even touch a basketball, so that we want kids to realize, there's different other avenues. Basketball is just a connecting piece that we all share. This city loves basketball. It's an iconic sport here, but there's so many different avenues that you can go down in life.
I love that line about so many different avenues, right? Basketball is more than just a game.
Right.
At the end of the day.
One of the biggest things we always want to do is build culture from the moment people walk in the front door. We always have someone at the front desk. Unfortunately, finance isn't taught in a lot of schools. So we want to get in front of that and be able to teach people, regardless of age, this is how you handle your finances. When we're building the building and trying to find partners, we wanted co-located partners who won't just rent the space out. We want them to live with us. Here we have our healthy foods cafeteria, either a healthy lunch or a healthy dinner or a healthy breakfast, depending on what time the programming is, right? Last thing we want is mom and dad to rush to get them from school, drop them off here, and then have to go back home, cook dinner. Right. It gets a lot. So this is our education suite. 4 flexible classrooms. They spend 45 minutes on the court. They're spending an hour in the classroom. Goal setting, peer relationship building, mentorship. This is our civic dialogue arena, super flexible space that's for community discussions. This is a place where we have seminars as well. We even had a movie watch party, but this is where we have our early years program at. Brighter colors, softer floors for that young age so they can really learn the fundamentals. Here's our fitness oasis. A lot of kids, they won't have access to this type of equipment until they get to high school. Strength training and understanding the importance of it, outside of basketball careers, in everyday life until they're 18, 19, 20. So here we have our multimedia lab. We want this to be a space where those kids who want to be creative, who want to head down the path of digital media, this is a place where they learn it.
To do it.
Kenny, I want to introduce you to Joshua Smiler.
Josh.
Kenny, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
This is our co-founder and CEO. We would not have this amazing building.
Two kinds.
So I was on YouTube, I think, one afternoon, and I saw his video on my feed. Back then, he was still at Moravian. And then so here's, day in the life of a D3 basketball player. At the time, I must have been in 10th grade, and I'm like, I really want to be, like Danny. So I watched it, and must have been, a few minutes long. When I got to the end, I was like, this looks really easy, I could make this, it's not rocket science. So that day, pulled out the phone out of my pocket, got a bunch of different shots of me doing crunches and everything. If you go back, it's very cringy. But lo and behold, started realizing, kept improving. Just like with basketball, you gotta put in 250, 500 shots a day. Started posting really frequently. So 11th grade was actually, 10th grade played JV, 11th grade was cut from the team. And right around that time, I had started doing social media for 2 local basketball facilities. The time that 12th grade came around, I was like, I'm not gonna ride the bench my senior year. I realized that I could do marketing and social media for basketball instead. So
for sure.
That's when I realized, if I can't play next to Joel, I'm gonna run his YouTube channel, so to speak.
Right. So here we have our mezzanine, phenomenal view of the court. This is a place where parents can get work done while their kids are downstairs having programming. 7 basketball courts. Mural for Joel Embiid. We did that in partnership with the Sixers. Mural for Doug Collins over here, kind of walking you through his path from player to coach to broadcaster. Over there, we have the Morris family court for the Twins. And then right here, we have our Adelman family stadium court.
After David, yep.
Yep, let's take you through the tour. I guess now I gotta see the shot.
40,000 shots that summer.
Nice.
So I always gotta start close.
Yeah, for sure. That game time that other people see. So
it's if you just kind of slowly work your way back. Yeah. And so I think great facility, great mission, great organization. How can viewers watching get involved?
So I would say definitely check out our social media channels, all of them Philly Youth Basketball or Philadelphia Youth Basketball. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, YouTube, all those channels. That's where you can find program information, you can find facility information, you can find different events we'll have going on throughout the month. So definitely check us out on social media, but also check out our website. All the information and all the different ways to get involved can be found there.
Awesome, Nahijee. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem, John. Appreciate you.
All right, check out the center.